478. Alright, so we know it can take 5 around. Alright, we're getting good numbers out of it. And guys, the amp we're using... Alright, 589. I swear I saw something higher for a second there. I'll let this play out for a little bit because I know I get really good results on this. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got another video for you today. This guy right here is little sister. I know you can't see it, but you will in a minute. This is what we're going to be opening here today. I just had an odd question the other day. I was talking to somebody in a chat. They were talking to me about buying an amplifier, and I said, "Do you guys have any upgrades for your vehicle? Do you have, what is your car to start off with?" So come to find out, they had like a 120 amp alternator, like factory alternator. So the guy tells me he's got a 1800 watt amplifier kit. And so I got to thinking, okay, so this guy's thinking he can run 1800 watts just like that now. So then he says, I got a Crunch 2.1200. And he says, I'm giving 600 to each sub. And I said, well, what are your subs wired to? And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, how do you have your subs wired in your car to your amplifier? That's a 2-channel amp. How do you have your subs wired? And he said, together. So, I know, half you are laughing your asses off right now. So, we're get into this, guys. It's the things that you hear all the time. That's the average public, and that's what that's the reason that we're making these videos, is to educate the public. And if you check out some of my dyno videos, which we're going to be doing on this subwoofer here, you're going to see what impedance rise is, and you're going to see what these things actually really take. So they boxed it up pretty nice. I'm just going to take the top stuff off. I'm going to save that. This is really nice packaging they sent me. They sent more inside the box, but I'm going to take out the speaker inside the box and just put this to the side. I think they sent me a... Oh, whoa. Advertisements for Timpano here. And thank you for your business. Blasey blah blah blah. Alright, so I'm gonna get this guy here. Make sure we can see it. There we go. Alright, and this is the TPT. Now the reason I wanted this one here is because this is the same as this, except a 10-inch. I mean, I'm pretty sure let me get the box here. Pretty sure the power rating is a little bit higher. I'm going to put this box under that after I open it, so I can show you guys the specs for each. We'll line up each of them together. And I'm curious about another thing too. I'm wondering if it was a design flaw on this woofer here, because as I recall seeing the on the tinsels here, I actually wanted to look since I've played this, because I beat the crap out of it in my car. This thing was pounding for a while, and still, these tinsel leads are so close. I'm going to show you in a second, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Both sides are so close that I feel like when the spider's going up and down, it's going to rip it off. Alright, so we got another Timpano thank you here. Thank you, Timpano. And I love the way they do this. I mean, it's a basic piece of foam and a nice thick piece of cardboard. But it's vital to protect your speaker, because these ding-dongs, when they ship you stuff, the carriers flip them upside down, toss them upside down, in the boxes. They don't give a crap what they're doing. It's not theirs. They're just delivering it to you. So when a company takes extra special care of their equipment, it's nice to see. Alright, so again, this is very similar in... Oh man, I wonder if I have an SDR. I think I have an SDR. I'm going to be right back. That way I can line it up and show you. Alright, now, I just read something now. I didn't even know this going into this, but this is a single stack magnet. So it must just be a really thick magnet that they incorporate in these things. So 2.4 inch voice coil. Same thing down here, single stack, 2.4 inch, 4 layer, 4-ohmed voice coil, 4-ohm voice coil. 1000 watts max RMS, 500 RMS, or 1000 watts max, 500 RMS, 1200 max, 600 RMS, so 100 watts and 200 on the max end, or 1200 on the max end. X max 1.1 peak to peak and 1.1 peak to peak, so the 10 and the 12 actually have the same X max. So I mean, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to put in a box very similar to the size that the 12 inch was in, and maybe I'll even pit them up against each other in the car on the same amps and stuff. Alright, so I'm going to put another speaker on the table. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Alright, so I just noticed something else again. So upon opening the SCAR SDR in front of you, this was the SCAR SDR on top of the SDR, and this is the one that was on top of the Timpano. Okay, now the subwoofers are sitting side by side, the 10 inch and the 10 inch, and I have the 12 inch right behind it, and right next to it I have the SCAR IX, so you guys can see what a regular single stack magnet looks like. Alright, so let's line these guys up here. I'm going to keep the SCAR IX there. Let me move the light a little bit so you guys can really see down here when I get down here. I have never done anything like this, so this is actually something new. Shining a light down here. Kind of feel like I'm advancing with every video I make, which is cool. And you guys leaving comments and stuff definitely helps out. Your generosity, your curiosity, it's what keeps me going, guys. So let's take a look at the SCAR. So this is the SCAR SDR-10. Just I'm going to show you so nobody says, no, it's not a SCAR SDR. Alright, where's the... Can't get it to come in here. Anybody, please just comment that you know this is a SCAR SDR-10. It's a D2. Alright. Alright. I can't get it to focus on the camera. No, it's not zoomed. Okay. So the SCAR SDR-10, you can see the tinsel leads inside, single leads. And see how the SCAR, they kind of shoot up. The leads, they shoot up. Now the Timpano are very close. You can just see it right there. They're very close to the... I mean, they're a lot better on these 10s than they were on the 12s, because the 12s, they look like... Let me get this 12 over here. Right. This back. Alright. Get the 12 out over here. Alright, so here's the 12. And look at how close these leads are on here. Look at how close that is. They're like right on the... They're actually... I think they're touching the metal. And that's why I was afraid when I was bumping it that the spider rubbing on the thing would maybe rip the leads, but I mean, they don't look ripped, so I don't know. That was just something that made me nervous. So let me get this back up out of the way here. The 12-inch, because that's not what this video is on. And we're going to focus back up on the 10-inch. And we're going to keep comparing it to the Scar. So I gotta find out what kind of foam they use on here, because you can see that this is a different kind of foam than this foam is. Well, you can't really see it. Yeah, you can see it on the camera. This is like a polypropylene cone, maybe? I don't know, it looks kind of like the... And this looks more like a... Not the cone, the surround. Oh my goodness. The surround. Now this one's a little bit thinner. This one's a little bit thicker. This one looks like it stands a little bit taller. Now the Scar actually stands a little bit taller height-wise. So you can see it right there on camera. The Scar is probably about 1/4 of an inch in height higher. I'll put it on the screen here when I go back through what the actual, you know, I'll put this one was this much and this one is this much. So the Timpano now, the cone on it has raised letters, and the Scar is just their typical Scar badge on their woofer here. Oh, that's right. I wanted to show the difference between the magnets here. So see, this is a single magnet. This is also a single magnet. Okay. Now this one's wider and thicker, and this one is a single magnet too. So they're all the same. They're just wider and thicker. Alright, yeah, I do like it. This one's a little bit higher. I think we're going to have fun with this subwoofer. I think it's going to do pretty good. Alright, and their Timpano around the edge here, where you put the screws in. I forget what you call this. I'll put that on the screen too. Everything on screen. Alright, so guys, we'll be back with the dyno test. We're going to put it on the amp that has plenty of power to feed everything here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. One last thing here. I just wanted to show the bottom of the subwoofer here, pole vent. And the Timpano. It actually looks a little bit thicker on the Timpano. The magnet structure here looks a little bit thicker, and see that? I think this thing's gonna slam. Really. Can't wait to get in the box. Alright guys, stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hey guys, I just wanted to share this with you. I'm hoping I can get it on camera. Ready? Watch the Timpano disappear. Look at it, look at it. Oh, you can actually see it, yep. Give it a little bit more, a little bit more. Bring it back. Because it's moving. So much when I move the lens, it's catching it. Look at that. That's so dope. I'm glad I saw that, and I'm glad I can get that on camera. Look at that, look at that. Let's see if we can get it at a different angle too. That is so dope, I love it. And this is like a 30 to 50 hertz song here. I'm just kind of letting the woofer warm up. Man, see, that's where I usually shoot with my camera. Maybe I need to come down on it. Yeah. Now that doesn't even look like it's moving. Now you can actually see the woofer moving. getting it warmed up, guys. I want to give it a good, honest, fair test. I think I'm going to do this with my woofers from now on. I'm going to warm them up. Maybe put them in my car for a couple days. Pound them out a little bit. Alright, we'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so welcome back. I got it in the box. So I got it on the dyno also. I'm going to start up with this song right here. I just thought it was a sick intro to, I'm hoping is going to be a great video. And this subwoofer's phenomenal. I've been playing it for a little while, warming it up. And let's get going here, guys. I'm going to get this. Just check it, guys. Now look at that. That's almost no power going in that. And that thing's moving. Move the camera a little bit. Look at that thing go. And that's only 50 watts, guys. This thing can take a lot more than 50 watts. Let's see here. There we go. Now we're starting to get some power there. Woo! This thing moves, man. The whole house is vibrating too, guys. I read somewhere on Facebook, someone posted, post your videos about your sub banging in your house. Well, put this in your house. This thing is hammering. I can't wait to try this out in my car. It's gonna sound so good. Alright. Now I want you guys also to pay note. This sub is wired to 2 ohms here and it's reading 5 ohms. Alright, let's go back here. Go to our try and true. We gotta wait for these commercials. And we'll be right with you. Alright. Alright, here we come, here we come. Let's check it, check it. Here we are. What do we got? What do we got? Oh. What do we got? We're gonna change this. I think each time when you start a new test, you should probably start your dyno up again. Alright, so we're staying right in that 5 ohm area. Let's see what we get here. Keeps going up in ohms and it's at 201 watts and it keeps going higher, so we're at 6.6 ohms, 201 watts, 275 watts, 5.1 ohms. Let's go up another notch here. We got a ways to go, believe me. See what that does. Holy crap. Woo! Alright, there's some RMS. 5.2 ohms, guys. 511 watts. Look at that thing go. I don't know if we're clipping or what, no? We're not clipping? Now this thing's still pounding here. We're gonna give it one more shot up, guys. Woo! All right, let's see what we got there. Wow, 1,035 watts at 4 ohms, guys. Wow. And this thing's still going. And I gotta check on the video if that clipped. I didn't even see it. I have no idea. So I'll check on the camera and I'll just write it on there, because I didn't see if it clipped or not when it was going live. So guys, that was phenomenal there. 4 ohms, 1,035 watts. Crazy, crazy results. So guys, give it up for this Timpano. Awesome, phenomenal speaker. 4 ohms, 1,000 watts, guys. That was crazy. Crazy. Another great video, guys. Stay tuned, we'll be back. Open the 4 or 500s. I think I found some new. And this is Alright, I'm going to back that down a little bit. I did turn it up a notch to see if I could get a little bit more out, but that's not such a good idea when you're doing it free air. Oh. Woohoo! Nice. I wouldn't go much more where that is right now. I'd try to stick to that 200 watt mark. So guys, I hope you liked this video as much as I did. I had fun making it.